Alright, boy. Just stay clear of dark alleys till then, you hear? No knives in those ribs. Or bullets, for that matter. Are you trying to jinx me? See you later, Bacchus. Apparently took credits. President's in his office on Taihei Boulevard East. I'll start there. It's Utsunomiya! Hey, I'm Bob Utsunomiya Zero. Wait, no. Hey, I'm Bob Utsunomiya Zero. I have a very funny voice, but like no energy behind it. Oh. Ugh.
Energy's kind of starting to wane.
No, that's just the joke. Is Bob Utsunomiya has no energy in his voice.
Wait, it says I'm here and oh, there on the edge.
Yeah, it does that like ding thing when you get it on the map.
It was so in the corner that I couldn't see it.
Yeah.
Loan Shark time!
It's the Loan Shark's office. I don't know what they're up to. Better go unprepared.
Enter the building!
Alright, going in. We don't have any healing items.
Nope!
We can pick some up inside.
Expecting me? I'm Kazuma Kiryu. I'm with the Dojima family. Here to see the president. He owes me an explanation.
I'm afraid the president isn't available at the moment, Kiryu-san.
Right. Then I guess kicking your asses will have to keep me occupied until he is.
You really want to do this? A lot more of us.
Yeah. You don't know the kind of day I've been having. So clear a path, you punk-ass trash!
Inage to skate it to the ground. Wow, I'm surprised that hit connected.
Rush does not work well in the small room.
No, but if you turn on Rush right now, you can move faster.
Also, because I kept getting it won't, Rush doesn't grab.
Yeah.
Which makes heat moves a lot harder.
Yeah.
Sense of distance is also much weirder than I used to.
Yeah. Oh, hey, you got over 1,000,000 yen. Nice. You can pay off boxes of debt now.
He doesn't know shit.
Yeah.
I can pay off Bruno's debt now!
Yeah.
I don't believe this. How did you make it up here?
Just you and me now, Mr. President. And I've got some questions for you.
Questions? What about?
Don't insult me by acting like you don't know. Why did you set me up? What are you after?
Hey, stay over there! I'll talk, okay? I'll tell you everything. Just calm down. Take it easy. I didn't know it was a setup. I only did what I was told, all right? He said... Fuck. He said to have you make the collection in the lot.
Who the hell are you talking about?
It was... Shit.
And then this game sets you up so well to expect certain villains.
Kuze? Sir. Wait a second. It was you?
Don't mind me. Keep going, Mr. President.
That is correct.
Kiryu. Thought I told you to turn yourself in, kid. Now I catch you stirring up shit. Walking around with 10 fucking fingers! Ah, I'm getting old. Back in my heyday, one shot to the liver like that, and you'd have been on your back. I hate to ask, but mind if we borrow the office? Need a heart-to-heart with my boy here.
Take your time.
I absolutely love how they set up all the lieutenants in this game. Because they set them all up as, like, very legitimate threats. But also, like, each of them individually are a different kind of threat. Kuze is the kind of threat that, like, is extremely personal. Because, like, he and Kiryu function on the same wavelength. And he also treats Kiryu with so much respect.
Not bad, right? Yeah. Glad I caught you. Really. I wanted another chat. Without all the bullshit. You and that Nishikiyama kid. You two were orphans, yeah?
Don't use Batman's backstory against me.
Grew up in that
Yeah.
hole in the wall Kazuma runs. What's he call it? Sunflower, right? Huh. Nothing to be ashamed of being an orphan. Not many Yakuza have happy family lives. Still. That Kazuma's one crafty son of a bitch, huh?
As a third, I'm watching my partner play
the hell does
Delta
that
Chapter
mean?
4 for the first time. And there's just
You
so
give a
much
poor kid
fun
a
shit
bed and some
that
rice.
I get to see them react to. It's
They think
great.
they gotta spend their life repaying you. Worked on you and Nishikiyama. Two of you would catch a bullet for the guy. There's a word for that. Brainwashing.
Also, I love that this is actually a recurring thing in the
I'd like you
Yakuza
to get to
series.
the point,
Later in the
Kuze
series is
Nanaki.
that a lot of people point out
I'm
that
not following your line of
Kazuma,
thought here.
not Kazuma,
Kiryu.
essentially like
What I want.
set up Kiryu and Nishiki
is a
to
spy in Kazuma's
be
camp.
like extensions of his will
What?
within
Told
the
you about
Yakuza.
the empty lot, right?
That he
I
brought
get
them
that
into
land.
the family
I become the
after
next captain.
basically
The Dojima family is mine.
just like set them up.
Thing is, I need something else first. Information. And Kazuma's sitting on it.
I'm making sure to press
So.
stick every once in a while.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like Gaiden had a whole thing of it, like, where another person from the orphanage that grew up with Kiryu was like, yeah, like, I followed in Kazuma's Kazuma's whole thing on fucking manipulating people.
He's one of the biggest players.
And Kiryu's like, no, Kazuma never did that. Kazuma was a good person.
Plus, get this.
It was like, he did definitely, like, kind of push Kiryu and Nishiki into being Yakuza.
So it was you.
And then push them into
Who can say?
specifically being
One
Fallman
thing's
for
for
them.
sure, though. Without that, you're dead to rights. Your only choice is me or sharing a cell with Kazuma. Simple as that. I want an answer now, kid. Right now.
He almost smiles there, which is very funny.
Yakuza,
Yeah, son.
I know you think you've made me a compelling offer, but I'll have to decline.
Excuse me.
And when it comes to me and Kazuma-san, you don't have a goddamn clue.
Cocky fuck. You wanna talk to me like that? You're not ready for what I can do to you, kid.
I can handle it.
Hey, Jonah.
If I
Hey,
couldn't,
turn up.
I wouldn't be Yakuza.
I mean, yeah, no, they definitely joined behind his back, but, like,
He kind of set them up to be ready for it one day, though.
yeah.
Which is an interesting, also opposite Ichiban, who met him more in his teenage years and followed him. Despite Arakawa trying to tell him not to.
Exactly. Don't recognize the number. It's not his number, but that's gotta be Nishiki calling. I'll find a phone and call him back.
What the? There's a payphone right over there, Kiryu!
It's still railroads at this part of the game.
But there's a payphone behind me! I swear to fucking God.
Oh yeah, no, we were talking about that earlier, Tronop. Young A definitely sounds really good as a younger Kiryu. I think that he would have, like, sounded really good as an older Kiryu if he had started as a younger Kiryu to get, like, into the tone of the character. Because just as it is now, because he started at essentially the end of Kiryu's life, it's hard to really, like, step into that when there's so much character behind
Yeah.
a character, so much, like,
Figured you'd be trying to get
history
a hold
behind a
of me,
character.
Nishiki.
It's hard to step
Where are
into
you now?
that sort of character immediately. But, like,
Kazuma's
here, where
office.
even though there's a lot of history behind Kiryu by the
What are
time
you
Zero
doing there?
happens, he's so much younger that you can kind of not have to play to that history as much.
You know how he is. Kazuma-san trusts him with everything, right?
Makes sense, I guess.
Anyway, how'd it go at HQ? They let you walk out of there in one piece, I hope?
Yeah. Only... it's complicated.
What is?
I'll explain when I get there.
Okay, sure. I'll be waiting with Kashiwagi-san. Don't take too long. I think, he has some stuff to say you're gonna want to hear. Do you know about this empty lot shit they're working on?
Kuze Aniki filled me in on it, yeah. Typical Kashiwagi-san. Nothing gets by him. I'll be there soon.
So the office I go.
To the office!
Fuck off. Fuck off.
No, you have to fight.
Piss off! I can't believe that worked. That's not the office.
No, it's not.
It would have been really funny if it worked.
Yo, Kiryu, you made good time.
I'm sorry, Kashiwagi-san. I never wanted to make trouble for you like this.
I wonder how much they paid David Hayter to suck on noodles.
Sir?
So,
Yeah. Like, original Yakuza is a legend.
I said I'm
I
glad
do
you're
really
okay.
like the voice actor Yakuza in this
Nishikiyama's
game.
got me up to the point where they called you in.
But, like, yeah, no, original Yakuza is a fucking legend on so many levels. And I do think that he does the character justice so
I think
far.
I might have a pretty good guess on how things went from there. Maybe Kuze cornered you? Asked you to sell out Kazuma?
how'd you know that?
Wait, what's going on?
This Kurihara guy they found dead in the lot. He'd been shot. I think we can assume that's not Kiryu's handiwork. Which means someone's making a move.
I love you immediately. It's like, yeah, it can't be Kiryu.
Yeah.
Shit. I'm sorry, I know this is important and all, but you couldn't have let me know sooner that Kiryu didn't off a guy?
That part, he kind of sounds like Ichiban.
Yeah. It's
I'm
hard
lying.
to
Wait,
not
what?
sound like Ichiban when
This is
you're
serious.
like that, though.
Yeah.
I need to
Because
know
you're intentionally
everything
making them
Kuze
sound
said.
similar. So there's always going to be overlaps. It's like if
And there we
they
have
told
it.
Chris Sabat, hey, make your
All three
like,
lieutenants
you're gonna
are
have
jockeying for the captain's chair while
Vegeta
Cosmo's
mimicking
been
Piccolo
benched.
in this line.
Golden opportunity for
So
him.
going from this to they're going to sounding more like this,
Fuck that.
but still having to sound like
Cosmo's
this.
a better
You're gonna
captain
end
than
up
all
doing
three of
this,
them
and it sounds
combined.
really weird.
All
Or
right,
you
take
end
it
up going
easy.
too far into the other
I'm
character.
getting back to the empty lot.
And
Do you two understand how
so
this
since
fits
he's
into all
intentionally
this?
having to play Nishiki similar
Neither of
to
you knew about it
Ichiban,
before today?
there's just going to be overlap.
I forget, did we ever have a line from Kiryu commenting on how
Kashiwagi-san.
the voices are?
What's
I
going on
don't
with that
think
land?
so.
That's such a lost chance.
Yeah, no, I was actually
Just don't
expecting
read
it.
It's like, you remind me of
That whole
a friend.
swath of Kamurocho is about to be showered in redevelopment funds. So Dojima's had those
So
three
each
pen
one
and
like a
paper
natural
stay
what
to clear
Nishiki
out all
does
the
on
current
purpose.
occupants.
Yes.
Socializing cards, getting to know
remember now.
people.
Yep.
He
The
does all that
family
just
has
more
been handing
naturally,
over real
which was
estate
really
in that part of
impressive.
town.
Yeah.
They're trying to bundle it all up and resell it to the city.
Yeah, because if Nishiki was like
Exactly.
slightly more naturally charismatic,
Wrench in the works, though.
then like
Right in the heart
he
of that neighborhood,
would have
there's a
had no
patch of
problems
land
come
nobody can
Kiwami.
claim.
he would have been able to
And that's
like
the empty
take
lot.
those 10 years in stride.
Yeah, it's the weird part. If you swapped to an Ichiban,
It slipped
Ichiban
through all
actually
their
would have
fingers.
basically done the same thing as him, but
Not
better.
before they already
But
bought
without
up
the terrible
80% of
parts.
Midtown, though.
Because the thing is, like, Nishiki
You get
has
what I'm
natural
saying?
charisma, but he's not a natural leader
With
with
a
that
piece
charisma.
missing in the dead
That's
center
what I was
of the
thinking
redevelopment
before.
zone.
While
There's no way
Kiryu
we
and
can
Ichiban are
offload
kind
all
of
this property
parallels.
and still come out in the
Nishiki
black.
was already a parallel that was similar, but as we know, because that's on purpose,
Yeah.
but leaning off slightly.
If this lot's
So if you literally just straighten that back out, you get Ichiban.
Yeah.
Which really makes me wish Ichiban could have met him.
Because the owner is
Yeah.
MIA.
Because, like, the thing, like, the
If he
reason that
came out of the
Nishiki
woodwork,
fell like he did
He'd
into
be
the
a
villain
billionaire
of
now.
Yakuza 1,
He'd be what?
Was that time.
it was that time. It was
tiny
because
lot?
he essentially, like,
Dojima's already
he was
dumped
forced to
10
be a
billion
leader
plus
when,
into the
as
project after
a
all.
person, he's much better
this
as, like, a
point,
second in
He'd
command.
be grateful to cut one last check
He was
and be done
literally
with
just
it.
not ready for a
Sealing
leadership
the
role.
deal for
Like-
the family.
Kiryu was being
Unless
set up to take charge of a
million yen for
family.
dirt.
Kiryu was going to have a
Before.
Kiryu family.
Kuza
The other
told me
issue
that
is
Kazuma-san had
The type of
information
charisma they
he needed.
use, even with
Yeah.
Ichiban,
Something
is
that
not a
helped get
leader's
the land
charisma. Maybe
Right.
for a small group, not for a
You
large
think
one.
Kazuma-san has a lead on the place?
So, like, Kiryu was
No
going to
idea.
be a family head.
If
He was going to be a
does, I
patriarch.
haven't heard about it.
And because he took
You
the
think
fall for
maybe
Nishiki, because it had already been all set up, they
Or
gave
where to
Nishiki
find
the
him?
role of Patriarch.
I mean,
And since he had the role of Patriarch,
Kuze thought it was worth
undeservedly,
trying to extort Kiryu to get it.
and he knew it was undeservedly, he wasn't able to, like,
And worth
pull a
having man
charismatic
executed.
power behind it to have
Then you understand
anything
the stakes
done.
at play. You're in the crosshairs now, Kiryu. And sure as hell, Kazuma is too. If they can pin this murder on you, they'll have just cause to hold him accountable. Which means Kuze gets what he needs for the empty lot and makes captain. After that, he'll have Kazuma expelled.
Wait, he could do that?
Fuck's sake. How far is this bastard willing to go?
This is exactly the chance he's been waiting for. With Kazuma in prison,
Expulsion. Damn it.
I don't need to tell you both what that means. To a man like him, his kind has better odds of surviving bullets than this type of backroom political maneuvering. There's a reason so many former Yakuza end up as homeless suicides in the obituaries.
Yeah.
But the truth has to count for something, doesn't it?
Only if you can make it count for something.
If we can prove Kiryu's innocent, their whole plan's bound to fall apart.
But who are you gonna prove that to? The cops?
Only one way to make that happen.
They want to fucking arrest,
real
not
killer.
not the truth.
Yeah.
True.
They don't give a fuck
Problem
about
with that
justice.
is,
They just want fucking
Whoever
metrics.
pulled the trigger is in Kuze's pocket. With the Dojima lieutenant protecting him, he'll be lost. in
Unless
the
you're Adachi.
shadows. If he doesn't
But that's why
want
Adachi got
now,
fired.
He won't.
Yeah.
Sadly,
If
from what
don't
we know with our
find him,
friend,
then Kiryu goes
Sorry?
to jail.
which
Yeah.
technically is a nickname.
Listen to me.
Yeah, we've
Making
already
the wrong
seen
move
that.
now is as dangerous as making
Yeah.
no move at all.
Yeah,
If
Yate
you
does.
screw up,
Date exists
you'll have done
eventually.
the work for
But yeah,
them.
it's like the better
And
you seem,
Adachi.
this
Yeah.
is, the better you seem to me, the
what are
less
we
you either
supposed
last
to
in the
do?
system,
Yep.
or you get turned, or they try and use it against you.
Kashiwagi-san,
There's no such thing as a good cop because good cops don't stay cops.
I don't care.
Our friend was
Not
in the
about the
military.
Or
He was
proving
good.
my
He
innocence.
wanted to help people. He never wants to go back
All
now.
that matters
Yeah.
to me
It's the same thing with military, but like
is protecting
cops are
Kazuma-san.
just an easier way of like describing it.
What are you
There's
getting
no
at?
such thing as
There's
good
some
cop.
good ones, but they're all like
Sir.
lower end level ones. You
Yes,
don't have to
I
who
caused
haven't
this.
dealt with all the bullshit higher up yet.
It's my
Yeah,
problem
there's
to
no
deal
such thing
with.
as a good cop because good cops don't stay cops.
I know how I can
So basically,
safeguard
there's such thing as
Kazuma-san.
good cops, temporary.
Take responsibility
A
alone.
good cop is either going to,
Not be a cop much longer.
not be a cop much longer, stay there until literally they leave because they can't handle it.
Or move up, and then it turns out they're not much of a good cop anymore.
Responsibility
Exactly. To move up, you can't be a good cop because you have to be part of the system.
Unless you're somehow the miracle that is Jim Gordon.
God, yeah.
And even then, he's almost died multiple times because of this.
Tonight.
In fact,
Because
his
he's a good cop.
Yeah, he's a good cop.
Because the other, as I said, there's three ways a good cop goes. You either
Retire
become
from
part
the
of the
Yakuza.
system and stop being a good cop.
Kiryu,
You either stop being a
stop
cop and stay a good person, or you die a good cop.
This is on
Now,
me.
the interesting part is Jim Gordon has
Damned if
somehow
I let
avoided
anyone
all
else
three.
get involved
He's
in
climbed
this
up the
mess.
system.
Yeah.
Once
He has
I'm
not
just a
been killed
civilian,
yet,
I'll make Kuze give
but
up
it's
the
come
killer.
close many times.
Oh, yeah.
And unfortunately, most recently, he's killed a man.
3 years deep into your
Yeah.
oath, damn it.
Killed the count.
They'll never let
He
you walk out
he
in
was
one
mind
piece.
controlled, basically. It was
Worst
hypnosis.
Gordon or the counselor?
Gordon.
Okay.
It hurts to
The
say,
issue
but right now
is,
Kuze
though,
holding
They
the
can't
family
prove
reins.
he was
No, they
mind
can
control.
prove that.
You
They have
really
proof.
thinking you can go
He-
spit in his face? Not in this lifetime.
Pause a second, because I was still listening.
Yeah.
But I want to say this in all seriousness for those people with Batman type stuff. Well, he killed the mayor. One, it was Riddler mind control.
Yeah.
Through his glasses, by the way.
Ugh.
The issue was it can only enhance on feelings you already have.
Oh.
Because Jim Gordon had an affair with the mayor's wife.
Oh, so there's
Which he was not proud of.
Yeah.
So, and he can't separate himself from this. Because he remembers every moment of it. Even if he was
Yeah.
under control. He's still, I would argue he's still a good cop. But that's currently at the point of near breaking.
Yeah.
And not in the he goes bad cop way. In the he might remove himself from being a cop.
Yeah.
Granted, he also is an incredible private detective beyond even because he's a cop detective as well.
Yeah.
He had that entire show,
Yeah, he was a detective before he was commissioner.
which is actually really interesting because it normally happens the other way around.
Yeah.
Honestly, he's one of my favorite Batman characters.
Oh, for sure.
I'm not gonna cut ties with Kuze. I'll talk to Dojima. After all, we don't know for sure that they'll kill me. Bring the car around. I'm going to headquarters, Nishiki.
Like hell you are! You're just desperate and acting crazy! Shut up!
There's no other way. I can't let them go through with this. Not while I just sit here.
That's enough, Kiryu. Nishikiyama's talking sense here.
It doesn't matter what's sensible. I'm just a punk. Kazuma-san was the only reason that I ever wanted to be Yakuza in the first place. And if they're gonna use my screw-up to bring him down, I'm ready. Whatever it takes.
Do you even comprehend how serious this shit is? Huh? Are you too big to do what you're told now? Huh, Kiryu?
Yes.
I do really
Even
like
if
that this is the
Kazuma-san
scene
tried
that
to
they
stop
use
me,
to show, hey, look,
still
David
go.
Hayter's playing Kashiwagi.
Please forgive me. Kashiwagi-san. Nishiki, get the
Go
car.
talk to Ralsei.
Thank you, sir. For all that you've done for me.
I forgot how much the early game of this was cutscenes, though.
Yeah, I mean, every Yakuza game starts with a lot of cutscenes.
True.
You don't have a lot of gameplay in it, and then you just have a lot of cutscenes.
Then there's always that one chapter with the exact opposite.
Yeah, where it's just nothing but gameplay.
Can still remember, you were playing through Like a Dragon? Me. I got the chapter, I'll finish this tonight. No, you're not!
Yeah.
You're thinking, oh, I'll be fine. Get through it? Alright, you're alright. Dude, where'd you stop? Here? You're not even halfway through the chapter, man. What?
Yeah.
God, hell.
I also had that happen with Infinite Wealth at one point, where I'm like, yeah, I think I'm like almost done with this chapter. It's like, oh no, there's a lot. But then I hit the end of the game, I'm like, yeah, I think I'm almost done with the end of the game. And I probably have like another stream after this. And then I actually got through it. I'm like, oh no, this is like done.
兄弟, just telling them you want out. It doesn't mean Kuze's gonna let you go.
I mean, it might.
Neither of us know what'll happen in there. Make sure you're ready.
I'm ready. Let's go.
I gotcha. Get in.
God, I still remember now, just Infinite Wealth, one of the memory things. Stop on the bridge. Kiryu, think about all the times he's looked over a bridge. Think about all the people he's thrown off a bridge. I'm like, oh my god, they included that.
Yeah, that was so much fun to see. Yeah, I did throw a lot of people with these things, didn't I? Shit.
It was so funny because of how optional it was.
Dude, I am so glad that one of the things they showed for fucking Stranger Than Heaven was, Mako Daito, I think his name was? Fucking tossing a guy off the fucking bridge. It's like, hell yeah, dude.
Our future.
Hey, would you play a game about high school, Kiryu? Getting into gang fights in school?
Honestly, yes, I would.
But this is more than that.
It would be playing, like, Bully, that old Rockstar game, I think.
That would be
Don't play the
amazing.
saint.
Like,
Bully Kiryu edition.
Yakuza yourself.
it's less about, like, the actual high school stuff and more about, like, just...
Don't tell us
The
what
shit you got
fucking-
up to involving it.
Yeah.
You have no right.
Except the
Yeah, the Florist would be a fucking... Actually, no, the Florist is the opposite of a good cop. The florist is explicitly a crooked cop.
There was a good cop in Like a Dragon.
Practically worshipped
The good cop, the cop that kept talking to Ichiban at the start.
Confidence.
Yes.
The car.
Granted, he's in a singular position with no room for growth, it looks like, so
They-
that might help.
They've actually shown that, like,
See, we
wardens
idolize you.
in the series, oddly, are a lot more sympathetic to the criminals.
The thing is,
Which is usually the opposite of how it actually is.
it can depend on where you are,
Yeah, definitely.
but also depends on who you're in charge of. Because honestly, when you have a lot of actual repentant people, it seems to help.
Yeah.
Which is
like,
weird, because honestly, that person had, like, maybe none.
Yeah.
And the one guy who you would think to be repentant wasn't, because he knew he didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
Hey,
So,
what's
because you
going through your
have
mind?
Ichiban and the guy there who's like, why are you doing
Nothing.
this for
Just
someone
spacing
who
out.
isn't even here to see you? Versus,
Well,
fucking
I was
Yakuza
thinking
5, which is part of the video I have to
about that
fucking
time Kazma's
edit
son
still.
beat the shit out of
I'm like
us.
halfway through the edit on that, and it's like
And now the
just
next day,
mind-numbing.
we
Because
were
it's just,
Yakuza.
I have to edit a bunch
Remember?
of cutscenes together and narrate over it, and it's like, oh,
'Cause if I know
But
you,
why is this part not lip sync
that's exactly what you're thinking about.
because it's a low-budget cutscene.
Figures.
still? If they're
Kinda
gonna keep the
scary how well
breathing.
you do that. Kyodai.
But, the warden in Yakuza 5 is also, like, super, like, caring about his people, about his prisoners, to the point where he straight up says, hey, Saitama, I'm actively trying to get you out of here because the only reason I was keeping
Hold
not
up
letting
here
you
1,000
leave was
times
because I
before.
knew you were going to go right back to the
That's never
Yakuza.
looked this scary to me.
And I would consider that a failure of the system if you left here and went straight back to crime. Now that you were expelled from
boys.
the now that you're expelled from the
We need
Tojo
to,
clan, I know that you won't be going back to
Patriarch
crime, so you're free to
He
go.
upstairs.
But they're not letting you go for
Yeah,
really shitty
tonight he
reasons.
is.
So I'm telling you to escape.
I'll be going up.
Not to mention,
alone
even
see
before that,
him.
it was also even if
Oh.
it wasn't for the fact he's going back.
If you could let him know.
If he goes back out there right now,
Tell him that.
Yeah.
While
Kazuma
his name is
Kiryu
still under
has come
heat,
to end his oath.
he was in danger.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Also, if shit like this go down, Kazuma's absence versus Arakawa's
Thanks for the
presence.
ride.
Yeah.
Careful getting back.
You're really going through with this, aren't you?
They won't kill me as soon as I walk in. I've got a chance to make my case. I'll soft soap him, like you said.
God, now I'm even more nervous. Dumbass.
See you, brother.
Kind of hurts seeing Nishiki like this, knowing what's gonna happen later.
So, you want out of the family. Is it true, Kiryu?
Sure. If it's alright with you, I'd like to say this to the boss personally. May I see him? Kuze Aniki.
No can do, I'm afraid. 8 o'clock on a Saturday. Big man's favorite TV show is on right now. Got something to tell him. Has to go through me instead. Son of... Why am I still seeing a pinky on your goddamn hand?
On your goddamn
You
hand, I
think
love
you get out
that.
of the family just by asking nice. Thought I heard you tell me you were Yakuza. Huh?
I've said all I have to say to you. Where is Dojima?
I don't know where the fuck you get your balls, kid. You think that kind of tone won't come back around on you? Hmm? He doesn't bring a pinky. He doesn't bring any cash. And he thinks the whole world's just gonna bend down and bow its head to him.
Just those punch after punch after punch.
Look at me! You think this thing is some little school club? You get to sign out and catch the bus home.
I definitely think strong bad is the point.
Come on. Use your head, Kiryu. It's not too late to turn this around. Find out what Kazuma knows. Help me get my hands on the lot. You play this right, and this could all be in the rear view by tomorrow.
Sir, may I please see the boss now? I am here to terminate my oath.
That's how it's gonna be, huh? Okay. We're done here. Maybe you'll come back smarter in the next life. Tried to give you every fucking chance I could, kid. See for yourself where biting the hand gets you. Yoneda!
Sir,
Got Uneda, I forgot about Uneda.
I know a good place for a live burial up in the mountains. Or I could melt him down with chemicals and pour him down the drain.
No. Leave a body. Better if somebody finds him in a year or two. Dojima likes that. Shows Tojo HQ he knows how to crack the whip. Keeps the other kids in line. Yeah,